What's up, y'all? I'm back with another video and podcast episode. Hey, y'all. What's up, my podcasters? So this episode is going to be about All American. All American mid-season came back on. So now we're watching the final parts of the season. They took a break. I'm going to talk about All American as a season at the end, like at the end of the season when it's finally over. But I want to talk about tonight's episode. This is being recorded on Monday, which you guys would get this on Wednesday. But this episode demonstrated a lot. Like, it talked about so many things and that we need to look at. Like, it talked about so many different topics, underlying like hidden figures that we need to talk about, like the value of self-care. Self-care is very important. I wanted to take this time to talk about self-care alone. Self-care is needed, and not a lot of people take the time to take care of themselves, especially in the Black and brown communities. You will see a lot of people, workaholics, they work all the time. A lot of people work because they don't have no choice. They work 3-4 jobs to make ends meet. But self-care helps with mental health. Mental health is very, very important. Mental health, having a stable mind is value, and it helps you keep your sanity. If you cannot keep your sanity, you will lose your mind. You will hurt the people that you love. You will go towards substance abuse. And that's another thing that this episode demonstrated was addiction. Family, the value of family. Family value is very important. A lot of people don't see that. A lot of people mistreat their family members, and you probably don't think you're mistreating your family members, but you might be. Everybody hurt a family member before in their lifetime. You can't say you haven't, but the value of family is so important, and that was represented through this episode as well. And then us a little hint of women in power, like the female kicker for the football team and the female coach. And how in the beginning of the episode, the Olivia's mom, how her authority, her being one of the biggest little district attorney people or whatever in justice, how her power helped them get out that situation. Because if they didn't know that was Olivia's mother, they would have probably been in jail by then. But that's what this episode basically was all about. Self-care, addiction, and family values, and women in power. So I want to talk about Spencer. Spencer, you could clearly see, especially throughout season 3, how Spencer is still depressed, and he is very depressed, and him taking the fault and all the responsibility of others is really getting on him, and he's starting to see it but still not seeing it at the same time. And I want to take this time to applaud his mother. She finally spoke up. She finally did damage control, because if it didn't take his mother to take control over the situation, because he was finna leave, he was gonna find her or whatever, do all that, blah, 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 blah. She told him, sit your tail down. Yes, act like a child. Sit down. You don't need to go out there. I will help them find their child. But you, my child, you need to sit here where I know you where you at. Because you didn't tell me X, Y, and Z. You told me this, and that, and the third. And we see how him taking, let me say this. I see throughout this episode how Olivia is, I wrote this down too. Olivia out here acting like a crackhead. And we know what people who or addicts act like. They blame others for everything. They try to abuse you through their words to make you feel bad for them, that thinking that you're doing something wrong when you're not. You're helping them, but they don't see it that way. And she used so many specific words against him. Don't you love me? I thought you loved me. You trying to hurt me? Blah, 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 blah. I told you I loved you, and I just want to let you know that that is still there. But can you do this for me? I'm proud of Spencer for making that ultimatum. If you're not going to tell your parents, I will. And you see her little frustrated self like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm sorry. I had a drink. I'm sorry. I would never do it again. It was one time. And I applaud the family like, Spencer, you got something else to say? He looking, she going, don't do it. That's how she was. And he's in here. She was drinking all summer. She was the one that got in the accident. I'm like, you scared? Say what's on your chest. Like Kevin Hart said, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, Spencer. What's she gonna do to you? What's she gonna do? Tell you she don't love you no more? What is she gonna do? She can't do nothing. But we see how losing control and substance abuse can really make a person go crazy. We see this girl, this well-off girl, go through a garbage can to get some liquor. It could be the richest of the rich and the poorest of the poor. They gonna act the same. Let me get my pen. It could be the richest of the rich and the poorest of the poor. The brokest of the broke. They all still gonna act the same. And Olivia, you can see how Olivia's just going nuts about her sponsor. I see that you're not calling me. You're not answering the phone. I've been to your house. I've been to the bar. I've been to the yoga studio. I've been to the tattoo shop. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't go back. She's being selfish. She's being selfish with Spencer. She's being selfish with her sponsor. The whole time, the sponsor was in jail, honey. Just for her to find out that she's in jail and visited her. First of all, I don't like how these shows make it seem like it's so easy to visit somebody in jail or prison. It is not that easy. People, please believe me. It is not that easy to get access to somebody in the system, especially in the state of Florida. It is not that easy. You have to be on the list. You gotta have your birth certificate, your social security. You gotta have all to the T. You can't just go up in jail and go visit. No, you gotta be on the list, sweets. It's not that easy as people make it seem that you could just go visit up anybody. No, I hate that the media portray it that way. Some of these people be locked in the holes, and they don't even get access to go to the regular spots. They be locked up by themselves. And solitary. No, it's not that hard. It's not that easy to get access to somebody in jail. But we gonna skip over that part. But I do appreciate how this part, that the sponsor literally took the time to talk to her, and she get to see for herself what this is like. And she was like, I would never steal from my family. And the sponsor was like, you think you not, but you slick you are. Literally, she just stole her brother's car. You stealing. Whether you think you is or you're not, like, you're still stealing. And she broke down crying like, oh my God, I'm like, girl, save them alligator tears for somebody else, not me, because you acting like a whole crackhead out here. And I like how the sponsor is like, you have a family that's looking for you. You better go home before you won't have a family to go home to. Because I robbed my mama's house. Y'all, this is very present in the black community, where a lot of people have to shun certain people out of their families because they want to act like a crackhead, and every time they come they want money or they want to steal from you. It's like, I'm here helping you, I'm giving you meals, I'm trying to make you get some clothes, finding you opportunities to get a job, and here you go stealing from me to get a quick couple of dollars. Now that's another subject to talk about. How family can hurt family. And oh, that's just another topic. That's too deep. I can't get that deep today. It's supposed to be kind of like, I can't get that. But this episode showed the bougie version of a crackhead. In my opinion, this episode was the bougie female version of a crackhead. It ain't pretty. It's not. It hurt my heart to see how Olivia can be so perfect, put together, and helping everybody else when she's not perfect. How she's put together and trying to manage, but she's losing control. But my thing is too, y'all, for the people who love All American just like me, do you think she's slipping away and falling through the cracks because she don't have nobody right now to help to fix their lives? That's a good question, y'all. Let's talk about it. We noticed lately, since Asher is out the picture, who she got to help? Spencer got a therapist. Layla gone doing her thing. Jordan got a wife, playing house. She is alone. She don't have nobody to help. Like we seen in the episodes before the break, how Asher exposed her and all of them exposed her, but like, you helping everybody, but are you happy? I could fix myself. She don't got nobody to fix, so she's slipping through the cracks. That's how I see it. But now, let's go back to Spencer. I appreciated the therapist, because the therapist brought the whole fan base all back to reality. This boy still got problems. He still has trauma. He still got hurt. He's not completely there. He lost his girlfriend. His new girlfriend is a crackhead. His good friend is gone. Battling between two schools and different friendships. Nothing is working for him either. But we can see in his eyes, he is tired. But he don't know it. He is tired. This season, Spencer is tired. Okay? Tired. He's tired. He's depressed. He finna slip through the cracks too if he don't get help. But I'm grateful he got help. I'm grateful they didn't show us this part because we kept seeing Olivia's name. But it was a shocker when he called his therapist. Because when he got to his therapist is like, you focusing on everybody still. Self-care is not selfish. It is not. It is a beautiful thing. Because you can't help nobody if you can't help you. And that's what he told Olivia. And I'm grateful that he talked to Olivia that way and made her see, like, nah, I can't do this with you, bruh. You got to do this by yourself. And that's what a lot of people need to start thinking about. When you're going through something, stop dragging all your friends. Stop dragging your parents to fix your problem. Money is not the root of all evil. It's not going to fix your problems. You got to take the time to heal your own demons. You got to take the time to self-reflect, heal, and improve on. Olivia and Spencer do not need to be together. They do not need to be together because they are not right. They are going through a lot. Spencer is going through a lot, and they all trying to go to college. I don't know about Olivia. I have a love-hate relationship with Olivia right now. I don't like Layla still, but I don't like Olivia right now. She's giving me crackhead vibes, and I don't like crackheads. And I didn't understand the getting pulled over part after the accident until the mama and the therapist talked about it. That was serious. She was not thinking about him, even though she said she loved him. She was being selfish. She could have got him in deep doo-doo trouble. Like, he could have been in so much trouble, he would never ever seen he would never ever seen the sky again. He'd be locked up in chambers. We know the most harshest jail and prison systems is through California, Texas, New York, and Florida. And then you could consider Illinois up there in Chicago and Detroit and them up there. But the main ones is Florida, Texas, California, and New York. Those are the worst ones to be locked up in. I'm sorry, you can send me to Georgia. Send me up to the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Put me where I can see some trees. I ain't got to be with everybody. You know what I'm saying? You gonna put me up here in New York at Rikers? Don't put me in no Rikers. Yeah, y'all see that TikTok? Y'all seen that TikTok where the girl was like, I don't know how I could be in jail. I have a plan. If I ever go to jail, I act like I'm special. Oh, yes. This just be acting up. You don't want to mess with me. I'm gonna be. I'm going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But yeah, this episode showed me how Olivia and Spencer need healing, and we don't need to retry this relationship part ever again. Not ever. I would like to see them together, but I would like to see them together at the best versions of themselves. Like, if they could show that they could get some healing, we could try again in season 4. We could try it again. But honestly, Spencer don't need nobody until he get to college. Like, he don't need nobody until he get, like, deep into college. He needs to be out here being, how can I put this in not a jacked up way? He just need to be out here in these streets. That's what he need. He needs to be out here in these streets in a safe way now. We don't need no baby Spencer. But you just need to take the time to be out here in these streets and do you. You don't need to focus on nobody. You need to focus on healing, focus on football, focus on your family. And then, do your little thug thizzle out here in these streets. But still, you bring it on down in your sophomore, junior year. Find your little cute black queen. You know what I'm saying? Be a power couple. Because a real Spencer in real life, he's married to his high school sweetheart. So if he want to retry that thing or whatever, he can go ahead while in college. But not in high school. But that's it. That's it for this episode. That's all I wanted to talk about. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about All American. All American videos will be coming every Wednesday. Stay tuned for Friday though, because that's when my Married at First Sight episode gonna come out, y'all. I'm ready for Married at First Sight. I got some good commentary for that one. Ooh, child. Y'all gonna have to get some tea, get some snacks, because this is gonna be a ride, honey. Because I'm gonna break down the past episode and Wednesday's episode at Married at First Sight. Yeah, that one right there, we're gonna have to do some digging. I'm gonna have to get some time to write everything out. I'm gonna insert some pictures so y'all can get what I'm talking about. But y'all stay tuned. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. And for my Spotifyers, we are on Spotify. Hey! We on Spotifyers. Y'all could like it. Y'all could follow me on Spotify. And yeah, y'all let me know. Y'all could DM me on my Instagram and let me know how y'all feeling about everything like that. We still in this setup, but I might have us a new setup for Wednesday. For Friday. So stay tuned. But yeah, I holla. Let's talk about it.